Welcome everyone. So yesterday we were discussing about the topic how strong are acid or base solutions. In that we also discussed about weak acids and strong acids, and we also discussed the reason that why some compounds they are acting as weak acid and some are acting as strong acid, and the same concept applies for bases as well. Today we will continue with the universal indicator and pH. So from the second paragraph we will start. We can do this by making use of a universal indicator, which is a mixture of several indicators. The universal indicator show different colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ions in a solution. Now before discussing about this paragraph, let us recall about indicators, that yesterday we also discussed something about indicators like synthetic indicators and natural indicators as well, that these indicators they are only able to distinguish between acidic compounds and basic compounds, and they are not giving any information whether that acidic compound is highly acidic in nature, that means whether it is a strong acid or weak acid. So that is the drawback of those indicators. So here what pH paper or what universal indicator is doing, or how they are having advantage over these indicators, as this universal indicator and pH paper they are also telling us about the compounds, that how much acidic it is, that means whether that compound is a strong acid or strong base, or weak acid or weak base. So that is the advantage of this universal indicator and pH paper over those indicators. So now how this pH paper or universal indicator is working, so that is what we will discuss today. So if you will see second paragraph second line, the universal indicator shows different colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ions in a solution. Before that, what is universal indicator? Sometimes they may ask about the definition of universal indicator, maybe in 1 mark. So what is universal indicator? It is a mixture of several indicators or several dyes. So basically universal indicator is a mixture of several dyes, so which is showing different colors with different compounds based on the concentration of hydrogen ions in their aqueous solution. So you can see figure 2.7, this figure is showing about the pH scale and various colors also, and these scales they are having their number which is said to be pH value. So about this we will discuss in detail later. So the important point here is the second one, that the universal indicator shows different colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ions in a solution. So how universal indicator is showing all these values, or how it is working basically? It is working on the basis that concentration of hydrogen ions in a aqueous solution of the compound. So as different compounds in their aqueous solution, they will be having different concentration of hydrogen ions, and that is how we will be having different pH values. So a scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution called pH scale has been developed. So if you recall that now only I used two terms, universal indicator and pH paper. So like they both are conceptually the same thing, like we discussed in case of litmus, that it is available in the form of litmus paper as well as litmus solution. Same way pH paper, it is also a form of universal indicator. That means if we are saying universal indicator, then it is in the liquid state or liquid form, and if we are saying pH paper, then those paper, it is, you can say that it is dyed with the universal indicator. So basically they are the same thing, they will give you the same information and you will get same result also. Now what is pH scale? pH scale is something which is exactly shown in figure 2.7. Like you are having one scale with different values with different colors, and these scale is said to be pH scale. Now what is the difference between pH paper and pH scale? Actually pH paper is like litmus paper, not the color of blue and red. It is having different color, somewhat orangish, yellowish kind of. So that is pH paper. When you want to know, or when you are testing pH paper with any of the solution, suppose if I am testing pH paper with HCl solution, concentrated one, then what I have to do, I simply have to take pH paper and I have to dip that pH paper in a beaker containing concentrated HCl solution. Then that pH paper will convert, or it will show the color of deep red or dark red. Now that the color which has obtained on the pH paper, that you have to match with the pH scale, and with the help of pH scale you will come to know about the value, like if that pH is developing the color of deep red or dark red by dipping it in concentrated HCl solution, then that color, when you are matching with pH scale, you can see that its color is around 0 to 1. So that means with the help of pH scale, when we are matching the color, we are able to know the pH value. Once the school will reopen, we will do this experiment, this activity. It is very easy, very simple, and with that you will easily understand everything. Now let us come to our that paragraph. So a scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution called pH scale has been developed. The P in pH stands for potence in German, meaning power. So basically you will also find the full form of pH in some of the books as power of hydrogen, because now you must be able to understand that why pH stands for power of hydrogen, as it depends on, or its working depends on the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution. Now on the pH scale we can measure pH generally from 0, which is very acidic, to 14, which is very alkaline. pH should be thought of simply as a number which indicates the acidic or basic nature of a solution. Higher the hydronium ion concentration, lower is the pH value. Now let us come again on figure 2.7. So you can see that the numbers or the values are from 0 to 14, and how or what these values are showing, that we will discuss broadly. So from 0 to 7 it is the acidic range, and from 7 to 14 is the basic range. So exactly the value of pH 7, it is indicating neutral. So water, or the pure water or distilled water which is in its purest form, its value is 7, as it is completely neutral. Now, if you are having very strong acids like concentrated HCl, concentrated H2SO4, concentrated HNO3, then the pH value will be 0 or to 1. And that is why one example is also given of gastric juice, which is about 1.2. And you might have studied about gastric juice in your biology, which is concentrated HCl. Actually, here it is given about 1.2, and somewhere you can also find it is around 0 0.5 or something, that means below 1. So you can see some variations, but in all you will find that gastric juice or concentrated HCl, it is highly, you can say, or very strong in nature. Then you can also see some of the examples like sodium hydroxide solution. I told you that sodium hydroxide is basic in nature. It's very strong base, and that is why, as it is very strong base, so it is on the, its value is 14, and you can see it is on one of the extreme. Then milk of magnesia, you know that it is the aqueous solution of magnesium hydroxide, which is not highly or very strong base, and that is why its value is near about 10. So like this it is ranging. So if the value is around 0, 1 or 2, you can say, or basically 0 and 1, then they are very or highly acidic in nature. Same way, if the values are 12, 13 and 14, or 13 and 14, then it is showing that the compound is basic and highly basic in nature, very strong base. So this is about the pH scale and pH paper and universal indicator.